A growing demand for traditional vegetables has seen a section of sugar farmers in Busia County diversify into organic farming. Despite the potential in agribusiness, Mzee, like his fellow counterparts, is grappling with challenges that include high cost of inputs, lack of market, and old age, with the latter posing a threat to food security in the region, as the youth have shunned farming. Regina Manyara visited Sabo farm and files the following report.
The small-scale farmer is changing the dynamics and focusing on small-scale farming and focusing on vegetables and crops that are going to give him or her a steady source of income.
Predominantly sugarcane growing area. As you can see, some patches of cane. But after some time, there was a breakdown with the factories. The Mumias fell and many other factories, and there was also corruption there. And so the farmers who had the sugarcane gave up. They gave up planting the sugarcane and opted for small crops like these ones, which are you can get the income very easily.
Despite having registered the Mudembu self-help group over a decade ago, Mzee says lack of markets for their produce, climate change and high cost of farm inputs, including fertilizer, has hampered the growth.
Sometimes we have lost the crops through bad weather. That's a challenge. Another challenge is market. You may find the bananas now coming down. For instance, this lady on this farm had 1 acre of bananas, 1 acre. And we produced more crops than we had. So it needed outside market. And now, because with our vicinity, we do not have a collection center of the foodstuffs. In fact, we were very happy one time when there's a nearby center in Bungoma. They put up a big buying center, which would be a collection center. We thought we would be taking our foodstuffs there.
Mudembu Self-Help Group was set up with the aim of elevating the lives of farmers within the region after the collapse of the sugar factories.
Tumelima mahindi, wengi sana wameweka ndani mwao. Hatununui sokoni kama Mudembu farmers. Watu wengi wakitaka vitu kama mboga, vitunguu, nini huwa wanakuja hapa.
To counter some of the challenges, the farmers have turned to organic farming.
We prepare our manure ourselves. We want to avoid chemicals as much as possible. We want to avoid using the chemical fertilizers. So we prepare a lot of organic manure, and with the organic manure, they enable us to plant crops like short-range crops of horticulture like vegetables.
Using animal waste as fertilizer has greatly reduced the cost of operations.
You don't need top dressing, and it's in fact economically it's cheaper because only you get from the animals. You are going to see what we get from the animals. And the animals provide that, and then you build up the organic manure. You use it on the farm.
While most sectors are struggling owing to COVID-19 disruptions, Mudembu Self-Help Group has registered growth in the sale of traditional vegetables due to demand for nutritious foods to shore up immunity.
The local vegetables are on higher, especially with this, the present situation. People are running away from cabbage, from the sukuma, and they want the local vegetables.
However, Mzee is worried that there will be no one to induct and pass on his farming expertise, as the youth in the area have seemingly shunned farming, terming it as dirty.
But very many young people do not involve themselves into farming, because some of them were thinking they would get white-collar jobs which are not there. When they go, like we are saying, we are taking them to school, they think after school then they would want to go to Nairobi and do something, and go to Busia and so forth, instead of thinking about involving themselves into farm work.
Agriculture is the way to go at a time when the country is focusing on food security. I'm Regina Manyara reporting from Busia County.